Wait, what? Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day today. If you love the Giants and you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Adam Schefter tweeted out who the Giants hired as their assistant quarterbacks coach. Now, you guys let me know if you think this is just a coincidence or if there's something to this. Giants are hiring former Jaguars and Bills wide receiver coach Chad Hall as their assistant quarterbacks coach. Hall now reunites with his former Bills colleagues Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen in New York. Hall is also the brother-in-law of current Rams QB Matthew Stafford. Jermaine and Luminor, I believe, tweeted about Stafford recently. Malik Neighbors has mentioned him a number of times. Eli Manning has mentioned that the Giants have needed a veteran quarterback. Matthew Stafford, at least his wife being upset that the Rams are shopping Cooper Kupp. Now the Giants go and hire his brother-in-law to be their assistant quarterback coach. Is there something to this? I certainly think so. Now, would he be a good fit for the Giants? Well, Stafford this year went 10-6 as the starting QB for the Rams this season. Over 3,700 pass yards, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. The New York Giants need a quarterback. Now, if the Giants do go and acquire Matthew Stafford, what does that mean for the third overall pick? It wouldn't shock me if it meant, hey, no matter who's there on the board, they're not going QB if they were to acquire Stafford. Now, Stafford's 37 years old. He's no spring chicken. But Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen, if they explore this option, what's that telling you? That's telling you that, number one, this is it for them. This is it. 2025 is it. If they don't improve this team and they don't put a reputable, respectable team on the field in 2025, their butts are out the door. They're gone. Mara kept both of them and said, hey, you got one more shot. So Matthew Stafford being a veteran QB, a guy that you don't really have to commit very long to, that wouldn't shock me if the New York Giants are entertaining this idea. Now, what would interest me, and if they were to acquire Stafford before the draft, which I would think if that were to happen, that if Stafford were to become the Giants QB or member on the team, they would do it before the draft, right? So, would they go quarterback if Shedeur Sanders, and they love him, a lot of the NFL does, which I think he's going to go to Cleveland now. I think the Giants are drafting a QB's out the window. It's gone. If the Titans stay at 1, which they may not, but if they stay at 1 and they go grab a quarterback, Cam Ward, the Browns, they go grab a quarterback, Sanders, people are saying Abdul Carter. I disagree with that. Myles Garrett requested a trade. Now, hey, go draft his replacement, right? Of course, I think, in my opinion, you will go get Carter and form a two-headed monster with him and Garrett. That's what would make the most sense. But now, since Garrett wants to be traded and leave Cleveland, I don't think that makes sense anymore. I really don't. You're basically starting from square one. When you start to rip down your foundation, you're starting from square one. And what is the best position to grab if you're starting from square one? And Shedeur Sanders has a lot going for him. His meetings went incredibly well. He impressed a lot of people. So Sanders may very well go number 2 overall to Cleveland. He might. So then with the 3rd overall pick, and if you acquire Matthew Stafford, what do you do with that pick? Travis Hunter? I think so. It depends what Tennessee does, of course. But Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll know this is it. This is it for them. They're make or break year. So go out and get a veteran quarterback, a Super Bowl champion quarterback in Matthew Stafford. Go out and get him. And then build around him for the next year. And see what happens. The Giants have $54 million in cap space this upcoming offseason. Well, this offseason, now it's the offseason. Super Bowl's over. Damn you, Eagles, it's the offseason. Matthew Stafford coming to the New York Giants. Could happen. Signs are pointing to that it very well may. Them hiring his brother-in-law, Illuminor neighbors mentioning Stafford, Eli Manning. I could go on. Is this just all a coincidence? Maybe. But imagine the Giants going and acquiring him and Cooper Kupp. Buddy. Malik Neighbors and Cooper Kupp on the same offense. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm up for that one. I'm definitely up for that one. We'll see, though. We'll see. The Giants haven't said, hey, we're in on Stafford, but all signs are pointing to they could very well be in on quarterback Matthew freaking Stafford. If they are, and if they acquire him, do you want the Giants to still grab a quarterback at 3? If they go and get Stafford, do you think taking a quarterback at 3 is still smart? You have him on the bench. If Stafford has a bad year, he could take over mid-season, whatever. Do the whole like Kurt Warner to Eli Manning thing. Right? I believe the Giants, were like 5-4, then Eli took over. And they went, like 6-10 that year, I think. We'll see what happens. We'll see what works. We'll see what makes sense at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, I think signs are pointing to the New York Giants are going to look to acquire Matthew Stafford. Man, imagine that they go grab him and Ward and Sanders are both off the board at number 3. They go and grab Travis Hunter. Now, Hunter, he'll be a corner, right? Primarily a corner, but I could picture Brian Dable having some fun, right? The third down plays, him and Malik Neighbors on the same offense. Matthew Stafford as the quarterback, maybe even Cooper Kupp added into that. Oh my gosh, this could be a different football team next year. Look at the Commanders. Look how different they were this season. They had the second overall pick last year. Look how different they were. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen with the Giants because Jaden Daniels was just tremendous for them. But imagine getting a guy like Matthew Stafford, a Super Bowl champion Matthew Stafford, who still has it. At the age of 37, he still has it. Makes me a little excited. And as I said, Joe Shane and Brian Dable know they have to get it right. 2025 is a make or break year. They have to get it right. And in getting Stafford puts them in that direction. Let me know what you guys think, though. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.